99 Days of Christmas. Merry Christmas. What they don't teach you at Y Combinator. Just like a stocking for a stuffer for gifts, this is a gift that is super helpful, which is the same socks, whether you're working out or dress socks. I wear the Under Armour baseball sock that is super consistent. All my socks match all the time. This makes it easy because it's one less thing to worry about. Not that I ever worry, but it's one less thing to think about. It's not necessarily that I need to minimize thinking, it's helping achieve flow state via your socks, where old way, you buy a bunch of different socks and then you do laundry, they could get lost. Then you throw them in the dryer, again, they could get lost. Now you have to pull them out of the dryer and then match up the left with the right. Time, distraction, and more time. Whereas, what if all your socks were black over the calf baseball socks? Then they look great as a dress sock. Do I put them in a dryer? No. I literally just air dry it, just like that Japanese dude, which is the reason for the 99 Days of Christmas crossing over into what they don't teach you at Y Combinator, crossing over into Vagina Whisperer. Life hack. Does this spark joy? It kind of does, because it's so simple. It's delicate cycle, then air dry. What are things that you guys do that is a life hack that I can learn from? One of them that seems so basic is how to read a book. How to read a book? Are you joking? There's no way it could be an entire book on how to read a book, which is similar to how to have a slightly better memory, moonwalking with Einstein. Let's go into how to make your first YouTube video, which was day 6 of 99 Days of Christmas. How to make a video as your first video with 11 slides that you write on. Your face doesn't need to appear on it if that's something that you have a hard time with. And we can ship our first thing, because what this video series is meant to catalyze is, can you choose your own adventure? This coming 2025, can we code our own Q1? Can we program our own life? Can we avoid being a default non-player character? Which is how to watch a YouTube video. And then no one wants to see the real way that we watch a first video. No one wants to see the real. Nostr. No one wants to see the real. No one sees the real. And so how do we watch a YouTube video in detail? How do we watch a YouTube video that I did. The old way that you would watch a video is you'd be impatient for the beginning, you'd slide your finger towards the content in the middle, and then you'd passively watch it and then scroll. New way. We take a video that is not necessarily unpopular, but is incredibly specific. And our goal is not to do a reaction video because then we're in criticism mode, but we're meant to do a sequel video, a video after the video. Now, we don't actually have to do the video, but we have to outline a video to do that's a sequel to the video that we just watched. What this does is accelerates comprehension, or if comprehension's an intimidating word, it meshes towards previewing a video, asking questions. Hey, what is this viewer, the purpose, the connotation, the communication? And then reviewing and reading into the material, giving us an opportunity to summarize the content, which is the sequel, summarize and sequel, and then we would be able to pass the test of, hey, what was in this Larry Chang video? That's maybe your first video to improve brain function, which is, how do I watch a video? What caused me to actually do my first video? And this triple serves as our effort to mentally be healthier and to run our brains slightly better. Because today is day 7 of the 99 Days of Christmas, and maybe you don't care about what they don't teach you at Y Combinator because you aren't aware that a business needs to be accelerated. Well, this is how you can be a student athlete better too, which is, how do I watch a Teacherman video? A video on hitting. Get it? That's what student athletes do. Because what you're doing the first time, please, and you're welcome, is you're taking this day 7 of the 99 Days of Christmas, which is how to watch a YouTube video based on the book, How to Read a Book, based on the joke book, How to Discuss a Book That You Didn't Read. Because that's where the almost entire rest of the world is right now, with how to discuss a film that they didn't watch. No one sees the reel. That's the Easter egg of NOSTR. No one sees the reel. How to watch a YouTube video. How to watch a YouTube video that Larry Chang did. What is he even talking about? Some of the stuff's confusing, and he talks in hashtag. How to watch a YouTube video. Previewing the video and what it is. And the P also could be for pen to paper. In fact, that could be the name of your video. How to watch a video using PQRST. How to watch a video using PQRST. Slide 1. Slide 2, the P. Slide 11 slides. slide 1 is how to watch the title slide, how to watch a video using PQRST. Slide 2 is P, maybe 2 or 3 slides on P, 1 slide on Q, question, asking questions even though it's a monologue, because that helps us when we read a book, is where we say, I'm watching Larry in a video. Is he paying attention to his breathing? Breathing in through his nose. Not a shit on a breathing is part of what they don't teach you at Y Combinator, sitting on a yoga mat. That could be a video. Oh my God, he talked about breathing for 18 minutes. What kind of genius can talk about one super boring topic for 18 minutes? This is a less boring topic, which is how to watch a YouTube video. And when it's placed on YouTube, you're going to get more than 6 views, and you're going to be okay with only getting 5 or 6 views. Why? Because that's the exercise. Going from 0 to 4 views. And then if you text me, hey Larry, this is the link, I'll get your YouTube video off of 0 views. And then because you have a fresh channel, you'll probably end up surpassing my channel, my views, and my subscribers super quickly. And that's the goal of this video, is because today is the 7th of the 99 days of Christmas. 0 to 1 YouTube video. Video slide number 7 or 8 is the S or the T in PQRST, which is preview, question, read, summarize, test, how to watch a YouTube video. And then you're super close to slide number 11, which is, oh, I used to think that watching a YouTube video was just something that you could do in the background. And then that's your 11 slide video that you now can ship. And let's say you're uncomfortable making it public, maybe just record it on your phone and then sending it to me to say, hey, I actually executed a YouTube video or a video. I executed a video, and then, oh, this could be something that's a little less pressure, which is we do a video interview. So this would be how to deliver, ship, and upload my first video, where we can just do question and answer on an existing YouTube video that maybe you've watched but have not yet executed. Maybe you've watched but not fully comprehended, or I left off a explanation, or perhaps you did not expand on a prior where I mentioned a hashtag, guacamole. Where did that come from? CS183D for distribution. Where did that come from? How can I benefit from where that's going? Oh, Larry, I saw a hashtag I was confused on. It was hashtag CS183 EUBM. Engineer up a business model. Because when you say business model generation, it sounds like it's a generation of people, not engineering up a business model, which is EUBM. Oh my God, that could be your first video. Is I actually listened to a Larry Chang video. This is how to watch a video. You focus on EUBM, and then it went from the video to a piece of paper. And when it goes from a video to a piece of paper, we end up making magic happen in the same way that the sun magically rises and makes the video lighting amazing. And so perhaps your first how to watch a YouTube video is the secret code behind CS183 EUBM. What I learned in 2024, And then you can do a second video follow on that aces the YouTube algorithm, which is business model generation, things that I'm doing, things that I'm optimizing for, things that I'm engineering up in 2025. Or another video that's a sequel to the 11 slides of your flagship video, engineering up a business model, how to watch a YouTube video, with Stanford Engineering or whatever school you go to's engineering. Do you see how magical little things are? That's the whole idea of flow. That's the concept of this video, which is what they don't teach you at Y Combinator about wearing athletic baseball socks that are over the calf that double as a dress sock. Because now you're in flow because it was easy to wear. Easy to wear. I hope you're going to have a great rest of your 99 days of Christmas, and you'll have to tell me what days 8 through 99 look like if you want to have 99 days of Christmas. If 7 were enough for you, then 7 was enough. But if you wanted to have 99 days of Christmas, you'll have to let me know how your progressive Christmases are. Nice hanging out. What they don't teach you at Y Combinator is how to practice baseball alone. Exactly. So I use a lacrosse ball and a wall. And the thought of throwing a ball against the wall or practicing by yourself is a countermeasure to the excuse of, I want to practice, but I don't want to have the additional friction of texting a person to schedule a catch or batting practice, where you're taking batting practice with a machine that you set up. So this is similar to co-founding a company where you practice as a solopreneur on a joke franchise. Is that day 5? Yeah. Is that also day 2 of the 99 Days of Christmas? Yeah. And so when you play catch with the wall, you're addressing what to do when you're alone. And then the psycho-cybernetic component is 2 other things that work in triplicate. It's loneliness, suffering, and shame. Not in that order. We already hit loneliness. How are you able to sit in a room quietly and practice baseball? How are you able to sit in an area quietly and watch a YouTube video? How are you able to be alone and get better at reading? That's why being able to read 5 pages per week, it's a superpower. Shame. The reason I don't have any shame is I attack things that embarrass me head on, which is why I pinned the tweet of I am a retard. Now, it doesn't say that, but basically it does. And it reminds me to have no shame. Have no shame. The notes that I took on shame for other people. This is how to watch a YouTube video. I got it from this guy named Chase Hughes. Talks about shame, concealing shame, hiding shame. I think that's part of the problem, is where you try to conceal it or hide it versus showing you my shame. There is nothing more shameful than what I did with my athletic talent. There's nothing more shameful because I squandered it. And the negative effects of your life is when you try to hide it or mitigate it, the shame. Suffering. So we're talking about being alone, shame, and suffering. And then while you're suffering, do you use an opiate? Do you self-medicate? Do you self-drug yourself? Are you your own doctor, pharmaceutical doctor, prescribing mind-altering things to not feel pain and suffering? Chapter 4, Unlimited Power. Pain, pleasure, juxtaposition. These 3 things lead to a person's inability to do delayed gratification. And when you can't do delayed gratification, problems occur. Delayed gratification. That could be a video. That could be your first video. How I used to not be able to do delayed gratification. And then after I watched one Larry Chang video, I delayed my first gratification to deal with 3 things. Loneliness. Shame. Shame is hilarious. And suffering. Shame's hilarious because Tim O'Reilly. Let's put a pin in Tim O'Reilly and delayed gratification so that way I may gratify you in a moment. Gratify us in a moment. Delayed gratification. "99 Days of Christmas," Day 8. Delayed gratification. "99 Days of Christmas," day number 8. we're in the future right now. A little bit, right? The future is where we DJ in the dangling participle of delayed gratification and Tim O'Reilly and shame. This is quite the sequence, so this is not a traditional story. By the way, put a pin in story. So, Tim O'Reilly stands on top of a chair and he says, "This is the most shameless person in Silicon Valley," during Web 2 Summit. And I was like, thank you, Tim, for making fun of me. The reason not that I didn't have shame, but it was because I was able to delay gratification and be vulnerable with, hey, I wanted to come to Web 2 Summit, where him and Mark Pincus came up with this phraseology for Web 1, or selling a conference about Web 1's innovation by calling it Web 2. People paid thousands of dollars. Fast forward, not even 10 years, Tim O'Reilly is speaking with Jason Calacanis on March 11, 2011. This is day number 8, and this is the Easter egg. The delayed gratification that was required to sit in the front row and take notes, because Tim O'Reilly and Jason Calacanis were dropping Easter eggs galore. Did you know that the way that Tim O'Reilly started his business with also no shame and delayed gratification is this? He crashed a Sun Microsystems conference in San Francisco and realized people would buy a book on how to run the Sun operating system. So Tim O'Reilly wrote that book and then sold it for $80. Kind of a lot of money. He sold it first and then he wrote it up. Sold it first and then he wrote it up. And so that's the 99 Days of Christmas, day number 8, which is being able to have no shame, and then also the ability to execute. And that's the 3 things that I think of from a Chase Hughes: loneliness, shame, and suffering. Because the suffering component is having to countermeasure delayed gratification. So since day 7 was how to do my first YouTube video, the majority of viewers in readership or viewership or movies, they're basically looking to be told a story as if they're a small child. The videos that I do, my videos, are not story time, they're play call plays, which is why the viewership is so low, because it's not part of the YouTube algorithm. And it relies on people that are actively searching for a specific video that is incredibly specific. And so your first video could become very popular if you do the PQRST format. And then if you later add a sequel to that video by telling your own story as it applies to that particular topic, how to watch a YouTube video, you're going to get your snowball rolling down a hill. Is Snowball the first day of Christmas? I think it might be. Snowball, Warren Buffett, written by Alice, who used to be an analyst at Berkshire Hathaway. Or not an analyst at, an analyst against Berkshire Hathaway. And then Storytime is the entire book. There are no plays to get to a Warren Buffett level. There are no plays. It's all stories. It's the story of his life. What did I do with chapter 65, which 3 people have interacted with? Chapter 65, what they do teach you at Columbia. Warren Buffett went to Columbia. What they do teach you at Columbia. That's chapter 65. Nowhere in the book talks about the play called plays of springboarding at Columbia. That's 65. 66 is the Michael strategy. That's actually better. Live action business case study 1459. These are things that we have woven together to get our snowball rolling down a hill. Great to hang out.